Google is officially rolling out transit mode to Pixel phones worldwide. And if you commute even a few times a week, this could be one of the most practical Pixel features Google has added in a long time. Transit mode first appeared as part of the March 2026 Pixel drop, but a lot of Pixel users didn't see it right away. Now the rollout is expanding, which means it should start showing up on more devices automatically, without you needing to install a separate app, sign up for anything, or download extra software beyond your regular Pixel update. So what exactly is transit mode on a Google Pixel? What does it do, and how do you turn it on the right way so it actually feels useful during your commute? Let's break it down step by step. Transit mode is built inside Pixel's broader modes system. If you've used Do Not Disturb or driving mode before, this is part of the same family. The idea is simple. Instead of you manually changing settings every time you're heading out, switching to vibrate, turning on Bluetooth, filtering notifications, transit mode can handle those changes for you automatically while you commute. But here's the feature that makes transit mode stand out. It's designed to enhance your commute with real updates using pixels at a glance. Experience on both the home screen and the lock screen. In other words, your Pixel can surface commute-related information when it matters most, right where you're already looking without you constantly opening apps. Think about how commuting usually goes. You're moving through crowds, you're switching lines, you're checking your phone quickly between stops, and the last thing you want is a flood of random notifications. Transit mode is meant to reduce frictionless tapping, fewer distractions, more timely information. Now, let's get to where you actually find transit mode, because that's the first thing most people ask. There are two quick ways to access it. First, swipe down for quick settings and look for the modes tile. Tap it, and you'll see the available modes your Pixel supports. Transit mode should appear there once it's available on your device. Second, open the Settings app, search for modes, and then select transit mode from the list. This is also where you'll find similar options, like Do Not Disturb and driving mode. Once you open transit mode, the real value is in customization, because transit mode isn't just one toggle. It's a set of commute-friendly settings you can tune to match your lifestyle. One of the first options you can configure is your sound profile. You can set transit mode to switch your phone to sound, vibrate, or silent automatically. This is perfect if you take public transport often and want your phone to stay respectful and quiet without you remembering to flip a setting every day. Next, there's an option to automatically turn on Bluetooth. If you use wireless earbuds, headphones, or even a Bluetooth speaker during your commute, this saves time and makes the routine feel smoother. You sit down, your Pixel switches into transit mode. Bluetooth turns on, and your audio gear connects without you thinking about it. Then there's notification filtering, which is honestly one of the most important parts of any mode. Transit mode can reduce distractions by allowing notifications only from priority people and apps. So instead of every group chat, promotional alert, and random app update lighting up your screen, you can decide what's actually allowed to interrupt you while you're commuting. Transit mode also lets you control interruptions more broadly, things like alarms, media sounds, and reminders. This is useful because commuting is one of those times when you might want reminders and navigation alerts to come through. But you don't want your phone acting like you're sitting at home with full attention on the screen. And if you care about your screen experience during a commute, transit mode can also adjust display settings. Depending on what options you see on your Pixel, you may be able to tweak things like grayscale or dark theme. That can be helpful for reducing eye strain, staying focused, or even saving batteries, especially if your commute is long and you don't want your phone dying before you get where you're going. Now all of that is helpful. But the real magic of transit mode comes down to one specific setup step that many people will miss if they just toggle the mode on and expect instant results. That step is commute notifications. Inside transit mode, you'll see an option like Set up commute notifications. If you want transit mode to feel smart, if you want it to actually understand your routine and deliver real-time updates. On your lock screen and home screen, this is the part you need to complete. To set up commute notifications properly, your Pixel will typically ask for a few things. First, you'll need to add your home and work addresses. This gives your Pixel a basic understanding of what your commute looks like and helps it recognize when you're likely traveling between those locations. Second, you'll need to grant background location access. This is important because your Pixel can't learn commuting patterns reliably if it only gets your location when an app is open. Background location allows the device to detect routine movement patterns and provide timely alerts without you manually launching anything. Third, you may be asked to allow access to your Google timeline. Timeline data helps your Pixel learn how you typically travel when you usually leave, what routes you tend to take, and how long it normally takes. Over time, that's what helps make the commute updates more accurate and more useful. After you set this up, don't be surprised if transit mode doesn't feel fully smart on day one. Google's approach here is based on learning your routine over time. For many users, it can take a couple of weeks for the device to recognize consistent patterns and start surfacing truly helpful real-time commute updates. But once it does, that's when you'll start noticing the advantage. You'll get relevant information at the right time, in the right place, without needing to search for it. Now, let's address the other big question. How do you actually get transit mode if you don't see it yet? In most cases, there's nothing special you need to do beyond having the March update installed. Transit mode was introduced with the March 2026 Pixel drop, but features like this often roll out gradually, even after the update is already on your phone. So two people on the same model can have different experiences for a few days, or even a couple of weeks. If you want to check quickly, do this. Open Settings, Search Modes, and see if transit mode is listed, or swipe down to Quick Settings. Tap Modes and check if transit mode appears there, if it's not there yet. Keep your phone updated and check again later. This is a server-side style rollout for many users, so patience is sometimes part of the process. Now, one quick but important note, transit mode can use background, location, and timeline to deliver its best features. If you care about privacy you should take a moment to review what you're enabling. You're always in control of permissions, and you can choose which parts you want to use. The best approach is to enable the features that benefit you and disable anything you're not comfortable with.